There were harsh words your person once said to you, words that cut deep and left emotional scars neither of you could fully ignore. In the heat of the moment, they allowed anger, pride, and frustration to take control, speaking from a place of hurt rather than love. Now, in hindsight, they see just how far they went and how much damage those words caused. They can't escape the echo of their own voice, replaying the moment over and over again, wishing they could go back and take it all back. They realize that their outburst didn't just hurt you, it shattered something precious between you, something they may never fully be able to rebuild. Your person feels as though they messed up that time, and the weight of that mistake grows heavier each day. They are overwhelmed by guilt and remorse, wishing they had handled things differently. What once seemed like minor arguments or moments of tension now reveal themselves as crossroads, points where they could have chosen understanding, compassion, or silence, but instead chose anger. Now, they're left with nothing but regret. The realization of how much they hurt you has become unbearable. They long for forgiveness, but more than that, they long for a chance to make things right, to show you that they've changed, that they understand the depth of the pain they caused. In quiet moments, they find themselves looking back at old memories, messages, photos, conversations, or even just the sound of your laughter, and crying over you. They miss your energy, your presence, your kindness. The memories that once brought them comfort now only serve as painful reminders of what they've lost. Each memory is bittersweet, a glimpse into what was and what could have been. They are realizing now that every careless word they spoke in anger cost them something irreplaceable. They're beginning to understand the true meaning of karma because life has a way of returning the energy we give out. Right now, your person is going through the same kind of emotional turmoil and mental exhaustion they once put you through. They are experiencing their own version of heartbreak, perhaps through a third-party situation, whether it's a toxic work environment, family drama, or a karmic partner who mirrors the pain they caused you. The universe seems to be teaching them a painful lesson about empathy, love, and the consequences of taking someone's heart for granted. They feel trapped in a cycle of confusion and regret, unable to find peace. What they once dismissed as your overreaction now makes perfect sense to them, because they are finally feeling what you once felt: betrayal, sadness, and emotional chaos. This period of reflection has opened their eyes to the truth about your connection. They now understand that what they had with you wasn't just a fleeting attraction or a momentary spark of desire. It was never simply about physical chemistry or infatuation, it was something far deeper. They have come to recognize that the bond you share is a strong soul connection, something rare and irreplaceable. It's the kind of connection that transcends logic and circumstance, a pull that can't easily be broken no matter how much distance or silence stands between you. The emotional intimacy they experienced with you was unlike anything they've ever known. You saw them for who they truly were, their strengths, their flaws, their fears, and still chose to care. You understood them in ways no one else ever has, and that scared them at the time. They may have mistaken that intensity for vulnerability and tried to run from it, but now they see that it was love in its purest form. Without you, life feels empty. They go through the motions of daily life, pretending to be fine, but deep down, they know something essential is missing. They don't feel joy or fulfillment without you beside them. Even the things that used to make them happy no longer have the same meaning. Your person knows now that they can't find anyone like you. They might have tried to replace you, to distract themselves with other people or situations, but every attempt only made them realize how unique you truly are. No one compares to your energy, your independence, your strength, or the way you made them feel seen and valued. Your presence had a grounding effect on them, while your absence feels like a storm they can't escape. The contrast between your light and their current darkness only makes them crave reconciliation even more. They admire your independence now more than ever. The way you picked yourself up after everything that happened, the way you've continued to move forward with grace and strength, it captivates them. They see you glowing in your own power, and it both inspires and humbles them. Your self-respect and resilience are magnetic, pulling them towards you again. They realize that while they broke you down in the past, you built yourself back up stronger than before, and that transformation has made them see you in a new light. Now, more than anything, they want to fix things with you. They're tired of the silence, the distance, and the pain that lingers between you. They dream of reaching out, of finding the right words to apologize, but fear often holds them back. They wonder if it's too late, if you've moved on, or if you'd even be willing to hear them out. Still, the desire to make amends burns within them. They want to prove that they've grown, that they understand the value of what they once had, and that they're ready to put in the effort to rebuild. Deep down, they know the path to reconciliation won't be easy. Trust once broken takes time to heal, and they're aware that words alone won't be enough. They are prepared to show their sincerity through actions, to listen more, to love more gently, and to never take you for granted again. In their heart, they hold on to hope, the hope that one day you might forgive them, that love might find its way back between you, and that the connection you share, this rare and powerful soul bond, will have another chance to bloom. I get so emotional whenever I see your name or even come across a song that reminds me of you. It's almost as if a wave of memories rushes through me all at once, some sweet, some painful, but all of them deeply meaningful. Every time it happens, I feel an emptiness inside my heart, a hollow space that reminds me that something very important, a major part of my life, is missing. That something is you. It's strange how the smallest things can trigger so many emotions, your favorite song, a phrase you used to say, even the way your name looks when I see it unexpectedly. It's like the universe keeps finding little ways to whisper your presence back into my life, even from a distance. As I write this, I can feel the ache in my chest growing heavier. I never imagined that expressing my feelings could feel so overwhelming. My throat tightens, and I can barely breathe through the lump that forms whenever I think too deeply about everything we shared. Honestly, I've never cried for anyone before. I've been hurt, yes, and I've missed people before, but never like this, never to the point where my emotions completely take over and make me feel so raw, so exposed. You are the only one who has brought all these emotions to the surface, and even though it hurts, it also reminds me that what we had was real. What hurts the most is knowing that I could have done things differently, more gently, more thoughtfully, more kindly. I wish I had been more patient, more understanding. I replay moments in my mind and wish I could go back, not to change the outcome completely, but to handle it with more care and love. It still stings when I realize that now, before reaching out to you, before calling, texting, or even thinking of sending a message, I have to stop and question whether I should. That hesitation never existed before, and that's what makes it feel so unnatural. You have always been such a strong, sweet, and genuine person. That's one of the things I admire most about you. Even when life tries to test you, you face it with grace and quiet strength. I've always felt so protective over you, not in a possessive way, but in a way that makes me want to shield you from pain and negativity. I can't stand the thought of anyone trying to influence you against me or make you question what we shared. What we had was something pure and rare, and deep down, I hope you still know that. I want you to understand that I still care for you, deeply, truly, and sincerely. Right now, I'm in a phase of my life where I need to clear out a lot of karmic energy. I'm learning, healing, and facing the consequences of past choices. It's not easy, but I'm doing this so that when I return, I can be the version of myself that you always believed I could be. You deserve that version of me, the one who has learned from mistakes, who values peace, and who knows how to nurture love instead of complicating it. Please believe me when I say that my heart is still connected to yours, even if life has temporarily placed us on different paths. I know that to truly love someone means allowing them the freedom to grow and to find themselves, even if that growth happens apart. But that doesn't make the distance any less painful. I miss our conversations, our laughter, the way we understood each other without having to say much. You had this way of making everything feel lighter, even on the darkest days. Your presence has a warmth that I can still feel lingering around me, even now. There are nights when I lie awake, thinking about what you might be doing, wondering if you ever think of me too. Sometimes, I convince myself that you can still feel my energy, like an invisible thread connecting us across time and space. It might sound crazy, but I often sense your emotions from afar, almost as if our souls are quietly checking in on each other. It gives me comfort to believe that somewhere, deep down, you're aware of this connection too. Please don't lose hope. I know I've asked for patience before, but this time I mean it with all my heart. I'm not running away, I'm rebuilding myself so that when I return, I can give you the love you truly deserve, the kind that is steady, mature, and grounded. Life may be testing both of us right now, but every challenge has a reason behind it. Maybe this distance is meant to help us rediscover ourselves individually, so that when we come back together, it will be even stronger and more beautiful than before. You are the one I think about the most, the one whose face still appears in my dreams, the one my heart continues to reach for no matter how much time passes. I still check up on you from afar, quietly hoping you're doing well, succeeding, smiling, and finding moments of peace. Even though I may not be physically present, my care and love for you haven't faded, they've only deepened with time. So please, keep your heart open and your spirit strong. Believe that everything happening now is leading us to something better. I may be distant for now, but my soul is still right beside yours, whispering the same truth it always has: you are my person, my peace, and the one I'll always return to. Your partner is currently embodying the Knight of Wands energy, a state full of passion, restlessness, and longing. Lately, they find themselves daydreaming about you far more often than usual, letting their mind drift to memories of your time together when they should be focused on other things. Even in the middle of their daily routine or at work, they catch themselves lost in thoughts of you, your voice, your laughter, your presence. It's as if your energy lingers around them, making it impossible for them to concentrate fully on anything else. They're feeling distracted, not because they want to neglect their responsibilities, but because their heart keeps pulling them back toward you. More than once, they've reached for their phone, tempted to send you a message. They want to tell you how much they miss you and how often you cross their mind. They've even typed a few words, stared at the screen for a while, and then deleted the message before sending it. What holds them back is not a lack of emotion, it's hesitation, the fear of being too vulnerable too soon. Still, that urge keeps growing stronger each day. Deep down, they know they won't be able to resist it for long. At some point, their feelings will overflow, and they'll reach out, even if it's just a simple message to reconnect. Your partner longs to tell you how much they miss all the moments you've shared, the laughter, the conversations that went on for hours, and the quiet, tender silences that said more than words ever could. They replay these memories like scenes from a favorite movie, each one filled with emotion and warmth. When they think about you, their heart feels alive, inspired, and filled with purpose. They want to express their feelings face to face, to look into your eyes and say all the things they've been keeping inside. There's a deep desire for authenticity here, they don't want to hide behind messages or pretend they're unaffected. They want to show you, in person, that their emotions are real. At the same time, your partner knows that you feel the same way about them. They can sense it intuitively, even without direct communication. Still, despite this mutual connection, there's a bit of hesitation on their part. It might be that they're naturally introverted, someone who tends to keep emotions close to the chest until they feel safe enough to share. For them, opening up requires courage, and they're still gathering that strength. But rest assured, that moment is coming. They're building the confidence to step forward, and once they do, it will be genuine and heartfelt. Part of what's motivating them is the shift they've noticed in your energy. You're no longer chasing them the way you used to, and that change hasn't gone unnoticed. In fact, it stirred something within them. They realize that your focus has turned inward, you're prioritizing your own happiness, your goals, and your peace of mind. That independence and self-assurance have made you even more magnetic in their eyes. Instead of feeling like they can take your presence for granted, they now see that they need to make an effort if they want to be part of your life again. The more you stand in your power, the more they feel drawn toward you. This newfound awareness has sparked transformation within them. They're beginning to make real, meaningful changes in their life, changes inspired by you. Maybe they're working on improving their habits, building their confidence, or letting go of old fears that once held them back. You've become their motivation to grow, to become a better version of themselves. It's not about trying to impress you superficially, it's about aligning themselves with the kind of energy you now embody, strong, grounded, and self-aware. Your partner's intuition has also become heightened in this connection. They feel deeply connected to you, sometimes even picking up on your emotions without needing to speak to you directly. Through dreams and quiet moments of reflection, they sense what you're going through. They might dream about you often, experiencing vivid images or emotions that feel almost like real encounters. These dreams serve as a kind of spiritual bridge between you, a reminder that the bond you share goes beyond the physical world. In their heart, they know there's something unique about your connection, something that defies logic and distance. Still, as much as they can feel you energetically, they understand that actions matter more than dreams. That's why they're preparing to make their move. They know it's not enough to just think about you, they need to reach out, to show effort, and to take responsibility for nurturing this bond. The Knight of Wands is not someone who stays still for long. Once they make up their mind, they move quickly and passionately. So when your partner finally decides to act, expect them to do so with sincerity and intensity. It might come as a message, a call, or even a surprise visit, but it will come from the heart. The universe seems to be guiding them toward you, helping them realize that they can't keep suppressing their emotions. Even if they've tried to distract themselves, the pull toward you is too strong to ignore. Their spirit is restless until they reconnect with you. Every song, every place, every little reminder of you feels like a sign pushing them to reach out. In the meantime, your role is to remain patient and centered. You've already done your part by stepping back and allowing things to unfold naturally. Your calm energy is giving them the space to find their courage and clarity. Trust that they will make the first move when the time is right. Their heart is already on its way to you, it's only a matter of time before their actions catch up. In essence, your partner's Knight of Wands energy represents passion in motion, an unstoppable drive to pursue what their heart desires most. And right now, that desire is you. They're awakening to the realization that what you share is worth every bit of effort and vulnerability. So stay grounded, keep focusing on your own growth, and let the universe guide them back to you. When they finally do, it won't be out of impulse or confusion, but from a place of deep truth and longing, a heartfelt desire to reconnect with the person who stirs their soul.